Welcome back to Dad Compass Podcast. We're gonna just dive right in today. We're gonna be talking about discipline and disciplining our children, and kind of how we handle it, and hopefully we have some tools and things that you guys can use in your own daily lives, or not. I mean, you just fucking beat your kids like bad people.
I mean, that's what
Hashtag gentle parenting.
hashtag gentle parenting.
Gentle parenting. Do you parent gently, Patrick?
I do.
Okay.
Used to not, but I do now.
All right. What do you? I think it's kind of silly that that's like a thing right now. Gentle parenting. What is that? I don't even understand what the fuck that means.
Sure, it's talking versus yelling or beating,
I guess that's a fucking.
which is typically, I do raise my voice occasionally, but for the most part, it's conversations.
It's kind. You raise your voice during the conversations.
No, I think sometimes in the heat of the moment, I'll definitely raise my voice, but um, I I have a really good topic. I mean, we have a good topic, but I have a very relatable thing that if you want, we can just roll right.
Yes, sir. Let's dive into it.
So Thursday, I was at work and I found out that our brand new TV was broken by one of the kids.
Did you
And
find out what kid yet?
yeah, it was August. We don't know exactly what happened. He claims that there was dust on the TV and he was trying to get it off. I don't believe it. I beat the shit out of the screen with the remote after the fact, and I couldn't get it to do what he did. So I have no idea what happened.
Did you really?
What's that?
Did you really?
I did. Yeah.
I just couldn't fucking replicate it.
Nope. I never got it to crack the way that he did. But
Yeah.
I did start thinking about it. I didn't do any research, but I was like, well, if the TV was on, it might have been hotter and it might have been easier to break. I don't know. Yeah, maybe not.
So did you ask him what he used to dust the TV?
He claims he used the remote. So it sounds like there was a speck of dust that was in the way, and he went to wipe it off with the remote and hit the screen and it cracked.
Oh my
You saw the
god!
crack, right?
I did.
Yeah. It honestly, dude, I couldn't get it to replicate it, and I was flicking my wrist pretty hard with the remote at the screen. Like, not
Like
full
you
on
weren't breaking
punching.
it.
What's up?
Like you weren't breaking it.
No. I threw it as well just to try.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Was he having fun watching you throw it at the TV and stuff?
No, he wasn't here when I was doing that.
Well, you did this just by yourself.
Yes. So, all right. So rewind. I find out at work and I'm furious. And my immediate reaction, which I told Dimitri on the way home, was like, this dude doesn't get electronics until he turns 18. Like, I was fucking pissed off.
Yep.
But I had to rewind a little bit. My now 17-year-old was 11 or 12, and he did throw the remote at the TV and broke the TV 5 or 6 years ago. And similar situation. I was at work. I found out at work. I think his older brother contacted me. The kids were home alone. It was during the summer.
Did you say contacted?
Yeah, like Logan told me.
Called me. Contacted. It just seems like such like authoritative thing to do. Like the fucking police contacted me.
Well, if I would have been home, the police would have contacted me. Um, but it was kind of a similar situation. Like I was able to cool off and think through the situation a little bit. Um, what I had done with Davis, he was old enough to do chores, and he had to do $300 worth of chores, which he
What
did.
does that look like?
It was like I was paying him like anywhere from like $10 to $20 per. Like a lot of it was yard work, cleaning stuff up in the yard. Davis is he's a good worker.
You weren't really paying him.
Correct. I was not really paying him. So it was free
Nice.
labor.
Fuck yeah.
Um and yeah, he had to pay back the repair on the TV. I don't remember his situation. Um But I do remember that a remote was thrown at the TV and it broke it.
But you think TVs are made better now than they were back then because you're fucking throwing remotes at it and nothing happened.
Well, I don't know the answer to that because I have a crack on a fucking screen of a TV right now.
So you guys got a new TV.
Yeah, I mean August is 8, man.
So what does this mean? So what is how how does this get handled?
So this one was kind of weird. I mean, I found out at work I was busy and I didn't want to think about it at the time. So I took care of the task that I was doing and then it started kind of like running through my head like, all right, I got to treat this the same way that I treated it with Davis. But it's hard
Run
because
into my head, run into my head, run into my head.
August is 8 and Davis was like 11 or 12. And so I didn't know if the value would be
Well, here's the value point, right? So August also has autism.
correct.
So, you know, if any parents out there have had similar experiences and, your kids do have autism, like what's the like what was the tools that you guys use to handle it? Because I'm guessing there has to be a different form, I guess, like of like dealing with it. Like you probably can't handle the same as you did with like Davis.
To Deanne's credit, we are. We are handling it the same. There's a couple other caveats to it. So I wasn't here for the initial conversation. Deanne got home from work before I did, so she talked to August, and so I was getting ready to leave, and I was like, "Hey, let's chat about this before we talk to August." And she's like, "Well, I already talked to him." And my initial reaction at first was like, "I feel like she's going to be too soft."
Yeah. I think that's like a genuine fucking concern
Yeah,
when
yeah.
stuff breaks and stuff like that happens. We always think the other person's probably too soft or like too harsh in some instances.
So we chatted, and she kind of told me. So first things first, he said, and this kind of goes back to the autism a little bit. He was remorseful. He knew that he had damaged the TV. However, he said it was an accident. And I'm not 100% convinced. I mean, it definitely was an accident. It just, it was a reckless accident to do the damage that was done, in my opinion.
Has he seen you guys dust the TV with remote controls? All right. So, I mean, it's not a learned behavior.
Yeah, yeah. So, Deanne explained to her that there's still repercussions for accidents, right? Like if you wreck your car and you're at fault, you have to pay your insurance. You have to pay for the rental car. You sometimes, well, you have to pay the deductible. So it's it's not like you can have an accident with no repercussion, which I thought was a very good way to explain to an 8-year-old that you're not off the hook.
Yeah.
Um, and then she's gonna do a chore list. My biggest thing was he can no longer watch TV by himself in the living room.
Nice.
So to add fuel to the fire, this TV was 60 days old.
And Best Buy said it was torn and battered, so they wouldn't let you guys fucking exchange it.
They will not replace damaged anything on TVs.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. So we went in to talk to the Geek Squad, and Deanne didn't know we had to have an appointment, and so I was like, "Well, fuck it, let's just go over and talk to somebody in the TV
Yeah.
department." So we did, and when we went over there, they said that the coverage doesn't it covers every electronic in the store except for TVs.
Fuck.
Pretty crazy.
That is pretty crazy.
The one thing that they said that they would do, which we didn't have it delivered, so it was irrelevant, but they said that they would waive the haul away fee on the new ones. You can't throw those away.
What? You can't throw away TVs?
No, because they have too many fucking weird parts in
Are
them.
you serious? I fucking thrown away plenty of TVs.
Dude, I dismantled a old big screen box TV
Oh yeah,
in
like the
my
one of the projector
garage,
ones.
piece by piece, to get rid of it.
No shit. Because you couldn't just. Well, that was it was probably a big fucking TV, so there's no sneaking around that one.
Correct.
That's
It was
funny.
kind of fun.
I'm sure it was fun.
This one, I am gonna throw on the side of Plow River.
Nice.
I'm just kidding.
I'm
Uh,
sure some crackhead will pick it up.
you probably don't know, but there's like this dumping site by work on the south side of, or on Platte River, south of work. People
Okay.
throw couches and mattresses and all sorts of shit. I think they installed cameras over there finally because it was like every day I'd go in and there'd be a new fucking appliance or piece of furniture.
Is that behind? Is that behind the shop
No, no, no.
where all the bums used to live?
No, it's on Platte River, like where the plant is, the power plant
Oh,
where
yeah, I know what you're
Homer
talking about.
Simpson works.
Yep, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's right in that area.
Oh yeah, that's funny.
So I think the one thing I do want to just say is that if I would have been here when that had happened, I think my calmness would have been substantially different.
Because you wouldn't have been calm.
Correct.
And so as you're saying this, I literally had Ellie and Ronan take the remote up to the TV, and I'm like, dude, don't go near that TV. Like, do not point, touch, move away. So I think that like maybe I'm sure if I didn't tell my kids, they'd probably fucking poke at the TV too. What was a fucking long silence?
Sorry, I didn't know you're done.
I didn't know I was in either. So in your defense,
I've never seen him do it. I've never seen August do that before, so
yeah.
it was definitely a. I mean, I didn't see him do this either.
No, you did not. No, you did not. All right, let's. You want to go? Let's go through some rapid fires. Okay. I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna give you two. Okay. Kids hit siblings in public. Spank, lecture, redirect, or leave.
Or leave.
And leave or
Is that what you
leave. Yeah.
said?
Yes, or leave. Like leave your kids behind. And then what age do chores start?
I don't think it's leave your kids behind. I think it's leave the place so you could discipline in private, would be my guess.
Oh, all right. I think that's open for interpretation. What age
Fuck
do
this.
chores
Fuck these
start?
kids. I'm out.
That's right. Oh, you guys want to hit? Cool. Find a new family.
All right. What were the four choices again?
Okay.
Lecture?
Spank, lecture, redirect, or leave. And why?
It would be lecture for me. It would be, yeah, it would be lecture for me.
How would that lecture go?
Um,
I just punched my sister in the face.
Jesus, dude.
Oh, I'm a kid, dude. We do fucked up stuff. And I'm adopted.
Are you using the mic to comb your
Yeah,
mustache?
can you hear it?
No, surprisingly, no.
Yeah, I was doing that.
I think I mean, I would just explain to them that like you can't physically put your, like, it's a big deal for me. Even like Jackson will say something to get under Ev's skin, and then Ev will put her hands on Jackson. She won't punch him, she won't choke him, she's not scratching him, but she
Yeah.
just puts her hands on him.
Just to let
And
him know I can hurt you.
I just explain that like that's not how we handle things. We talk through things. When I talk to my kids, I would say they're pretty receptive. So it's not like there's all this pushback. Ev might say, "Hey, Jackson did this. That's why I punched him."
Yeah.
And I'll scold both of them
How do you scold them?
verbally. "Hey, Jackson, don't treat your sister like that. You know better."
Yeah.
"Evelyn,
That
don't
was
put your hands on your brother."
very nice. That's a
Huh?
very nice scolding.
Yes, that's typically how I do it. And then I don't have issues. And it's not because I'm a perfect parent. I really do have good kids. Like
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of fight from my kids. I think Logan was different, but I also did things differently with Logan. The older he got and the older I got, and just kind of learned that I had way less issues with Logan as well.
That's fair. I like your scolding. It's very nice.
I would say
How about public humiliation?
15 years ago, I might have spanked in public.
Yeah.
Yeah.
15 years ago is a different world, man.
I mean, it was still kind of that weird. I feel like it's always been a weird
My
area
God,
since I've
that's
had
2010,
kids.
I guess.
What's that?
I said that's 2010.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I don't think I ever spanked Logan or Davis in public. did have a situation where August was acting out in a King Supers and we left. I said, "Hey, Deanne, you finish shopping," and I threw him on my shoulders and
Yeah,
we walked out.
crazy.
What about you?
What would I do
Yeah.
if? Well, they fucking they're always screwing around with each other. I think my legit initial reaction, I was like, "Yo, no," just like that. No, not happening. And it's funny. Ronan would be like, "All right, Dad, I got it." My daughter would be like, "Dude, I didn't do anything." And if my daughter, I just get louder and louder and louder. I was like, I get louder. I get everyone look at me. Like everybody will start staring at me because I'm telling you no. It's like I'm okay with it. Are you okay with it? And then she gets more upset. She's like, no, stop it, stop, Darren. I'm like, all right, you better stop. So I guess I would. So sometimes I would lecture, and like sometimes I'll just redirect, like, um, because I think changing the initial like thought process in like their brain from like, oh shit, I'm about to get in trouble to like, hey guys, look who's shiny. It's like it completely like changes the whole conversation and tone of it. I definitely haven't spanked my kids in public, but 100%, dude, I have taken my hand upside their head. Like when when Ellie was, oh, when it was just her and Ian, dude, they both got it. They were, it was like I was like walking around like this, boop, like fucking bounce their heads back and forth. And my wife told me, she's like, you can't like bop them just for like nothing. I was like, I didn't even bop them. She's like, yeah, you did. I was like, did I black out? Like, was I just subconsciously like smacking my kids upside the head? Like, it just became such like a learned habit. And now I really don't. Like you said, your daughter, she'll just put her hands on them. Sometimes I'll just put my hands on my kids' heads, and I'll be like, I love you. It's okay. You're so little. It's okay. Because really, it doesn't fucking matter. But I would not. We actually had a neighbor across the way, and I think this kid's like 14, and he grabbed his sister, and she was, I think she's like 11 or something, but he put his hand on her fucking throat, and I yelled at him. I was like, "Yo, I don't care what kind of shit, don't do that at all." And then I said, "You need to understand this. You doing this, you think that's okay? Now, one day your sister's gonna go up, and if somebody does it to her, she's gonna think that's okay, and then you're also gonna get hurt by doing that stuff and having the wrong people around, or having the right people around to correct your fucking behavior." I was really fucking mad. I was like, "Don't fucking ever do that."
Well, I was gonna spin off your question. If you saw some kid getting spanked, like pretty bad, would you say something?
Reluctantly, probably. Like it. Okay, so it depends. If I deem it to be excessive, then yes. But you're also put into a position of you don't know what the other person is gonna do. You know, especially like if you look at him and you're like, dude, you look like a shitty human being. They're gonna try to fucking stab you, or it's gonna turn into a really, really big deal, and it's probably gonna turn out even worse for that kid.
Would you report him?
I report him.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
am I go over there with a fucking pen and paper? Excuse me, sir. What's your name? I need to
Saying
make
like,
contact.
let's pretend like you're at the park, a public event. Like there's
Okay.
some event at the park and you witness this on your way to the park.
Hmm.
And it's excessive, but you don't want to put yourself at risk. Would you
I'd probably
report?
stop.
You'd stop.
I
You
would
would put
stop.
yourself at risk.
I have like so I either like 100% like commit to the idea of like no, that's not okay, and I will stop and like protect, or it's, you know what, it doesn't look that bad. It, from outside looking in, it might look a little bit rougher than it is, but it also comes down to like if you're screaming at your kid and then you're fucking beating him, like there's no chance. Like I'm fucking stopping. Yeah, we had a we were in Colorado, and I didn't say anything, but we stood there for a good, minute as these two parents were. The dad was just like, he looked like a fucking cholo, man. He looked like a little banger. He was just like yelling at his wife and his girlfriend, and he like he's spanking his kid. It didn't look like too crazy, but like the troubling thing was, it wasn't the fact that he was like spanking him like crazy. It was just the fact of like the things that came out of their mouth. Like, I don't wanna be that dude that says, like, fucking words hurt, but, like, as a kid, certain things coming from your parents, that stuff really, really hurts, and I think you have to if you are the parent that says those things, you gotta own up and tell your kids, like, "Hey, I apologize." Like, I'm not apologizing because, uh, I need to discipline you differently. I probably went a little overboard with what I said.
Got it. Yeah, I've never been in that situation, so I can't really say one way or the other, but I think that I would like to say that I would step in, and to your point, if it looks like a dangerous situation, I I don't know. I think I act kinda stupid when it comes to things like that, like, not
Well, you
I
don't
wouldn't
know.
say invincible, but, like, it's not gonna happen to me.
Yeah. Well, I think it's like you don't you have to when you truly feel like something's wrong, you will do the right thing. That's how I always look at things, because I think that's how it works. You're not gonna see something going on that's wrong, especially when it's in regards to, like, kids, and just stand by and say, "Oh, that's okay. No biggie." Oh, especially if you have kids, it's like, dude, that could be my kid. Like, I can't imagine somebody doing that. So I think it's pretty valuable, and it goes back to, like, being a parent. If you're a parent, I think your intentions are very different than if you're just somebody that's looking over the shoulder, like somebody that's like a backseat driver. They don't have their fucking license. They don't know what they're doing, and they're like, "No, no, that's wrong." Dude, sometimes kids need to smack upside the head. Sometimes they need a little spanking, but usually they just need a really good conversation, a genuine conversation that breaks through to them and makes them feel like you're actually listening and not just kind of degrading them.
I know that this was supposed to be rapid fire and we're still on the same question. The one thing I will say is with August, redirect is a very powerful tool, just because of his autistic brain,
Yeah.
is trying to redirect. And it's funny because I don't know if funny is the right word, but he'll go from being super freaked out about something and then like 30 seconds later, like it never happened. And it's crazy. And sometimes, as a person whose mind's different, it's you're like, what the fuck just happened? All right,
Yeah.
what's the next question?
All right. Next question. Age towards start 3, 5, or 7?
I'd say 7. 3. I think 3 and 5 are way too young. I
5.
I think you can pick up after yourself, but actual chores at 5.
What we do, so Sundays we clean. Yesterday we actually cleaned, and my 5-year-old, his job is to go through all the trashes, tie 'em up, and get them thrown out, and all the
Okay,
bathrooms and everything. So, like, I think the chore has to be done for that child. Like, it has to be done for that age. Like, I'm not gonna have him go and try to clean the fucking showers or toilets. Not probably not gonna work out very well.
definitely not.
Nope. All right. Well, scale of 1 to 10, how much were you spanked as a kid?
1.
Really?
Yeah, my mom's not really like that, and I remember specifically one time that I think I got spanked, and it wasn't even my mom that did it. I think it was my aunt. I had thrown something out of like a 4-story apartment that we were living in. I don't even think we were living there. I think my aunt was living there.
Was it a cat?
She went and got it, and then she came up and yelled at me. She's like, "Don't do it again." I was like, "Okay." Right out
Oh,
the window again.
no.
Yeah, so I do remember, and I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure my aunt spanked me. I
Damn.
cannot tell you a time that my mom spanked me. It wasn't really her style. I probably got spanked by her first husband because he was kind of a dickhead anyways, but I don't specifically remember them.
So I was beat, as my mom told me. My dad used to get super drunk and he would just fucking beat on me. And then he'd beat on her for not letting him beat on me. But when I came to the United States, I remember my mom threw sunglasses at me because I didn't have a cell phone and I'm out like wandering the fucking ghetto in Trenton, New Jersey. And I come back and it's like 8 o'clock. It's dark. All the lights are off in the house. And she's like a fucking cat, dude. I open up the door and like it was like an anime. Like you hear that super shark, like it's like somebody's fucking I don't know. I'm gonna take a breath here before I communicate. I walked in the door and she started screaming and yelling at me, and then she threw her glasses at me. And I remember I said, "Don't ever fucking throw anything at me ever again." I was like, "I've already been through shit of people throwing and hurting me. You're not gonna throw it and you're not gonna do it." And, I think that I packed my shit and tried to run away.
How old were you then?
10, 9.
You know, I like to say this. I say it to a lot of people, and I don't know if they believe me or not, but I've said it in front of my mom too. But I like to say, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. That's what my
Right.
mom used to say before she beat me. And I've said it in front of my mom, and I could tell she's just like, you fucking liar.
Alright. Timeouts, classic or cliche?
I think I would say classic. I would say it's probably not something that I've used in my parenting tool belt enough.
When it is, what do you do?
Nose and corner.
Fuck yeah. Yep. That one's damn good.
Yeah, I think it's a good punishment for something that's severe instead of beating your kid.
Yeah. Yeah, put your nose in that corner. I farted in it too just before you went in there, just so you know.
Nice.
"This corner smells like shit." Yeah. Yeah. Fuck around and find out.
All right, one more and then we'll do unscripted. I'd say yes. I think negotiations. I like that word better than bribery, but it's kind of similar to the redirect thing, right? So I would say yes.
Yeah, that's fair. Alright. Fatherhood unscripted. Hit
I got a
after
good
it.
one.
I'm ready.
So last Friday, not 2 days ago, but last Friday. So Evelyn doesn't have a phone. She's got a tablet and she has kids instant messenger on there. So she can message me and her mom. I woke up Friday morning. She sent it late Thursday night after I went to sleep. And there's a thing on there. It says Descendants and Zombies musical tour. Tickets as low as $23. And it was like
Damn.
this. She screenshotted it and sent it to me. And so her and I messaged back and forth a little bit on Friday, and I was like, "Give me some context. Like, what are we doing here?" Like,
Yeah.
she didn't say like, "Hey, can we go to this?" She
Yeah.
literally just screenshot the shit and it said tickets as low as $23,
That's what
and
I
that
do.
was it. She's like, "Well, they're I just wanted to let you know they're gonna be here." Well, I look it up, and they were gonna be here in 2 days. I guess technically three.
Yeah.
This last Monday. So I bought Evelyn and myself tickets on Monday. I left work a little early, not too early, like 3:30,
Yeah.
and her and I went to dinner, and then we went to watch Descendants and
Man.
Zombies concert, I
Was it the
guess.
actual people?
Yeah, so it's kind of weird. It's
That's
not
so
the
cool.
actors, but they sing the songs from the movie.
True.
It was not the worst thing that I've ever gone to, I don't think. I don't think. They were really entertaining. I mean, they were entertainers, entertaining. My one biggest gripe was 70% of the crowd was 15-year-old girls or younger.
Oh my god, so it's just
And so the
screaming.
screaming, the high pitched screaming, especially when like certain songs were played or certain people, there's a guy that I guess everybody's into. His name's Malachi.
Malachi. Fuck
And
is
he
Malachi?
went ape shit every time he was shown
Oh,
like
yeah?
on the big screen or he
Oh
was the
my
focal point.
god. That is ridiculous. So she had the time of her life, man. That was the greatest dad right there.
She did. She did. Yeah, it was cool. I will say this: it's the first time I've been to a concert sporting event where I went into the men's bathroom on three separate occasions and did not run into another man.
My god.
Because I
So who
mean,
did you run into?
nobody. There was nobody in the men's bathrooms
He's
because there
it's
was
just moms.
probably it was probably if I had to guess, it was probably 1 to 8 men in the building.
Wow.
So
Sounds like a great time.
that was it. We had a good time. It was cool. It was a fun daddy daughter date, and yeah, I think she loved it.
That's good, man. I don't really have a fatherhood unscripted. So we got texting my son. Um, he's in Colorado right now. And I said, "Hey buddy, doing chicken lollipops tonight and doing brisket tomorrow. Like love and miss you." And he said, he's like, well, he said, I think I texted him on Facebook. Anyway, he was like, he was like, And I said, I wish you were here, like, after I texted him. And he's like, I wish the same. I was like, 2 more weeks and I'll come pick you up. And I told him we're gonna go to the ramen place, like a ninja ramen, like Naruto ramen shop. Me and my wife went there on a date. It was absolutely awesome. So I told him that we're gonna go, just me and him.
So you're picking him up from the airport?
Yeah.
Cool. So I've never ate at a place like that. It's good.
Oh my god, dude, it's unbelievable good.
Yeah, I've always wanted to. I don't know.
It's the best.
I've wanted to do homemade ramen too. Make all your fixings and stuff
Yeah.
here and do it, but we've never done it. We've talked about it, but we haven't done it.
All right. I'm in. You got 10 seconds to answer this one. And the reason that's relevant is because we both experience this. Okay. Bio dad undermines your rule, your response, or mom,
I mean, I don't have a with my kids. I don't. But never mind. Never mind. Never mind.
There you go.
I don't do anything.
No?
No,
Cool.
it's not my. The only thing I can do is parent my stepkids and love my stepkids. I cannot. I cannot I'm trying to think how to word this so it doesn't sound shitty. I don't own them, right? Like I don't own my kids either, but you know what I'm saying? Like it's different. Yeah, I'm not answering it the way that I want to answer. I'm not articulating it very well, but if somebody chooses to parent their kids that way, then unfortunately that's all I can do is love them and
Damn.
take care of them here.
Way to go. It's a very good answer. I would be like, why are you doing this? Because, and me and my wife actually had like instances where, I would say something and, you know, with the end, she'd be like, no, that's not okay. And then we talk about it and then we come to agreements. But I think you have to have the communication. I think the people that don't communicate and they just say, let it be. Because actually, we had our neighbor had similar things going on, so I wouldn't be able to just let it be.
Yeah, I don't agree with the other specifically August's parent. I don't agree with a lot of the things that they do, but
Punishment vetoed by co-parent. What? Okay, August broke TV. You're like, dude, you're gonna be doing chores. And Deanne's like, nope, it's all good. I'm starting wars.
yeah, we've never had that situation. I think that Deanne tends to be more soft, but I mean, just talking about the TV situation, she did the same thing I did. So I was totally fine with it. I think the only other thing that we added is that, he can no longer watch TV. We have a TV downstairs. He just chooses not to use that one.
That's fair.
I don't watch TV downstairs. So, yeah, I don't we typically will talk through things, which that was part of the conversation anyways, is, "Hey, let's talk through this, and then let's have a conversation with them." She's like, "Well, I already did." So then we chatted, and what she deemed the punishment, I supported, so that was it.
Okay. All right. Big question right here, and I don't know if you've ever heard this. I've heard it. When you hear "You're not my dad,"
What's
5 word
the
response.
question? What do you do?
Yeah. What do you have a five word response? You're not my dad.
You are correct.
3 words, Patrick.
I didn't know it had to be 5 specific words.
You are correct. You bitch.
Jeez, go fuck yourself. August and I have definitely talked through it a little bit. I think he knows that, hey, this house, these rules, whether you like them or not, that's what we're doing.
I think it's a painful thing to hear though.
It's not for me.
Yeah.
I think your situation is different. I mean, you have a lot more years invested too.
Yeah.
I mean, August doesn't even call me dad, so he calls me Patrick, and
Yeah.
I'm okay with it. Like, if that changes down the road, then it changes down the road, and if it doesn't, that's okay too.
Yeah.
Our relationship's a little tough sometimes because I'm trying to work with him on right from wrong, and I don't think that happens in the other house. That's just my opinion. I'm
Your opinion's correct, Patrick.
I'm trying to help him down the road. So I don't really care if he doesn't like me right now. I think it'll change. It'll change, 10 years from now and
Yep.
maybe 20 years.
Oh, 100%. I think that's the I think that's the best thing about being I guess a step parent in that aspect because, you know, your kids have no one else to compare you to, but, you know, your stepkids, they have someone else in their life. So disciplining them and having like true like conversations of like, hey, you can do this and I do care about your future and what's gonna happen, I think hits a bit different because you don't have to have those conversations. You know, there's plenty of people out there that don't really care. So when you show them that you do care, I think it means a hell of a lot more because you're doing it by choice, not by birthright. Say,
Yes,
cool. All right, who yells more, moms or dads?
moms.
I think their yells are way angrier than ours.
I agree. Deanne and I actually had this conversation. I yelled at August one day and he got upset at me, and I was like, "You yell at him all the time."
Yeah, and then she was actually upset at you because you said that.
No, no, I don't think not necessarily. But she said, "You scare him more."
Yeah.
And there's probably some truth to it because if I'm yelling, it's usually because I'm really upset. It's
Well,
not
you're a
like
man.
a everyday occurrence.
You're a man. There is that certain amount of fear that happens. Obviously, you don't want your kids to be petrified of you, but if you're raising your voice and you're yelling, that's a pretty damn good time for them to be like, oh well, I should probably shut the fuck up now. They're yelling. Okay.
My aunt, growing up, my aunt was a yeller. And it's funny, she's the one that spanked me, but I don't remember her ever spanking her kids. I just remember her always yelling at her kids.
So she took the spank out on you.
No, I think I just pushed the buttons. And I'm not saying she never spanked her kids. She probably did. But
Yeah.
like, I remember more times than not, like, if you do this one more time, I'm going to spank you. And then they would do it again. If you do this one more time, I'm going to spank you. Like, that was kind of the context. And my cousin who listens to the podcast, he was a little shithead. So, like, he definitely would push buttons, but I don't remember her actually spanking the kids, and I do remember her yelling. She yelled a lot.
Okay. All right. I say, I want you to tell me 5 things that you think would benefit a parent in regards to discipline. And one of those things being specific to autism because that's something that you have to deal with.
I think the autism one, I think the biggest one is like some form of maybe negotiation
Bribery
or
is what he's saying.
what's up?
So bribery is what he's saying.
Bribery. Yeah,
He just
yeah.
likes negotiation better.
Like, hey, we need you to do this. And if and maybe it's not necessarily negotiating, but maybe there's just a reward at the end.
Bribery.
Okay.
You fucking don't like that word, do you?
I mean, it's no, I don't like that word.
And
It sounds negative, which is funny because negotiations is closer to negative.
yeah,
But if you do this, then you'll get to do this. And I think it's a good tactic for most kids, but
yeah,
it does help with August for sure.
yeah.
Like, you can watch TV after you brush your teeth. And
Oh,
then
so you are negotiating, you're not bribing.
it's two different things, I think.
They are 2 different things.
I think bribery probably happens too, but it truly is negotiating. And I think that stuff helps with autism, at least our autistic kid.
Yeah. Okay.
And then me, I like to give the reason why. That's something I learned a couple 10 years 10 years ago ish in management. Like, because I said so used to be my parenting style. And now we're not doing that because there's a safety issue with this, or you could really hurt someone, or, whatever the case is, like giving the why. I think that stuff sinks in with kids at a young age. I think a good old fashioned yelling doesn't hurt anything either.
Once in a while, right?
Yep.
And if it's warranted.
Yep. Um, I think a good punishment is not allowing a kid on, whether it's a device or, you know, this is the one thing I will say. If you say you're going to do something,
Follow through.
follow through 100%. Oh, is that it? Is that 5?
So negotiations, why, follow through, yelling. You got one more. What's
I think
something that you could implement today?
I think additional chores, like adding to a chore list if people are acting out.
Okay, it's fair. I would say
How about
mine
you?
would be, I actually did this the other day. Take their hands and put them up against yours so you can both visually see the impacts. Because I think sometimes when we're yelling, we tend that we might forget that we're literally talking to a little human, and it kind of like brings me back down to earth. It's like, whoa, dude, I should probably chill the fuck out.
So you put your hand next to your kids.
No, I'd say, so my daughter said, okay, put your hand against mine. She was like, you're just being mean. And she just went off the rails. She said, I hate you. She kind of she had a fit. I don't know. It was all over like, dude, don't crawl on the ground and go do what I asked you to do. And she just, kids can be hurtful. Well, I told her, I said, put your hand against mine. And she did. I was like, okay, do you see how much bigger my hand is than yours? I was like, you think that I'm being mean. But I'm telling you right now, I'm a big adult and you're a little kid. There are people that truly don't care how big you are or about their kid, and they hurt them. I was like, I am sitting here calmly trying to communicate because I love and I care about you. And I think like for everybody, it's like sometimes you kind of got to ground yourself to and have them realize, hey, listen, I know you guys don't have patience. I know it's hard to control your emotions, but it's just as hard for parents and adults to control their emotions as well. Like we're learning how to control our shit by trying to have you guys control your shit. And I think so. My one thing would be figure out a way to ground yourself to kind of like bring yourself back into not having a rash emotional response and just take a fucking breath and be like, dude, does it really fucking matter? No, it doesn't. Get a coin. Coin flips are my 100% savior because once I finally like ground myself and realize it doesn't really matter. I don't know why I'm even arguing with you guys about this. I was like, cool, flip a coin. All right. So ground, flip a coin. And when it comes to like punishment and stuff, I think you're having a good why as to why something's not okay is really important and explain that to them in a good way. I think a good old scolding once in a while is never a bad thing because sometimes you're not going to yell at your kids. Sometimes you're just going to look at them and they're going to be like, fuck, I messed up. And if you do it right and you have conversations with them as a, equal individual, eventually they come over and they say, you know what? I'm sorry. And then everything's good. And my daughter said, you guys want us to be perfect. I said, no, we don't. We're furthest thing from perfect. So having an expectation put upon you is not it. We expect you to think about your decision. We expect you to think a little bit before you act. That doesn't mean you're always going to make the right choice. We still don't make the right choices all the time. But growing up is being able to take a second and think through what you're about to do before you act. So I was like, perfection has nothing to do with it.
Is that it?
That's it.
You're off your soapbox.
My soapbox. Was that a soapbox? Did I just soapbox? Did I just out Days of Our Lives that shit?
I
Were you choking up?
like the hand idea. I think it's cool.
Take August's hand and put it against yours and think to yourself, like, dude, can I really sit here and fucking yell? Because it's tangible at that point. You feel their hand against yours and like, God damn, dude, I can literally take your hand and fucking destroy it. And it's like, yeah, so they know that, but they're comfortable with you as a parent. So they try to push all the buttons. I told my daughter, I was like, listen, you are I love you so much. If any adult ever spoke to me the way that you're speaking to me right now, it would not go good. And she's like, yeah, but I'm your daughter. I was like, exactly. You're my daughter and I love you. And I allow that to happen. I allow you to speak that your mind and let this shit out. No one else. No one else is privy to that shit.
Right. Right.
Like, and I know you're probably the same fucking way, dude. The way our kids talk to each other or to us when they're mad. Dude, can you imagine going into the office? And so I was like, yo, dude, fuck you. I hate you. You're a little bitch. Oh my God. No chance, dude. It's probably fucking walk.
All right, I got a good one.
I can't wait.
It's it's relative. That's what makes it good, I think.
Relevant?
Relevant as well. You swap places with Ronan for the day. What are you doing?
Having him wipe my ass. Dude, I would sit in that bathroom and I would be just yelling, Dad, Dad. It's kind of a good question, man. I think like to make it weird, I'd be like, I wonder what it's like to have a dad and like see what kind of dad he would be.
Yeah.
Like see
Yeah.
how you would, handle like emotions and outbursts. Definitely would have him wipe my ass though. All right. How about you?
Think along the same lines, like maybe spend a decent amount of my day terrorizing my kids
Yeah.
as parents, just because I feel like it's owed.
Can I have some cereal? I fucking make him pour me. I'm like, ah, don't want it.
You know,
Don't want it.
the one that drives me crazy. This is probably a dad pet peeve that we should have talked about last week, but you make your food, you sit down to eat, and then Evelyn's the worst at it. She'll come in and she'll be like, I'm hungry. Are you fucking serious? Like now you're hungry when I just sat down to eat?
Make him wait.
It depends on the situation. Because I've done both.
Yeah.
I've done both. Evs tugs on my heartstrings sometimes.
Yeah.
So, but to your point, if I'm hungry, yeah, you're waiting until I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
Grab a banana.
Yep. That's always my cop out. Grab a piece of fruit. Why? Because I don't even have to do shit,
Right. Right.
and it's healthy.
But then I think to your point, the flip side is to see how my kids would parent too. I think Logan would struggle a little bit. He has way more patience now, but when he was like his probably in his 14 to 16 range, he had zero patience for his siblings. He's substantially better now. So,
Fair.
but yeah, I would definitely spend a decent amount of my day making my kids' lives a little painful.
How about how about can we do a 7-day challenge for our listeners and ourselves? 7 days, no yelling. You do that?
Yeah, this is the start of my week with no kids, so I got you.
Easy. All right, I'm gonna pawn my kids off somewhere.
I'm gonna do.
Done.
I'll do 14 days. How about that?
That's a deal. Well, do you want to give us our sign out today, Patrick?
Yeah, quick recap. Just talking about discipline. I think that spanking your kid is it's okay within reason, but there are substantial. I shouldn't say substantial. There are other ways to handle disciplining your kid without spanking. So yeah, I hope you liked it. This felt like this was a good one, Dimitri. Those questions were good too.
I think we had some good ones. I think that you guys, if you're listening to this, and I hope this makes it into a short. If you're a parent and you're constantly on the internet looking for advice or topics and discussions, comment down below and tell us what you're curious about. Because I guarantee you that we have the same exact thought processes, at least to a degree. And we could all have conversations that involve and kind of help everyone out all at once. So I hope that you guys comment down below and kind of tell us about it.
Like, follow, subscribe. Dad Compass Podcast, YouTube, Spotify, Apple, and all or many
Major
other
platform.
platforms.
Compass on.
Compass on.
And we'll see you guys next week.